Okay, yes. You don't have an open case.
Yes. So your name?
Latasha.
Okay, and your position?
We're the same
Technical,
position.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're a walk-in.
Investigation.
Okay, so you're Latasha,
Mm-hmm.
and what's your position?
Alternative response investigator.
Okay, and your position?
Alternative response investigator.
And your name again? I'm sorry.
Taniqua.
Taniqua. Okay, so you looked up the case. Okay, I've been reporting child abuse. The police interrupted. I'm targeted by the government, and they have enlisted multiple parties to sabotage my rights as a parent, hinder the child custody agreement as a felony.
Is this a recent case? Because I see let me look and see what the last
So
was.
September 24, 2011, I reported bruises on my daughter, and now you guys can't find it. The police took pictures and CPS was involved. February of 2018, I reported to James Hastings some abuse. He ignored it and covered for it and made false statements and sabotaged my rights as a parent.
And there was a case open during that time?
He disappeared out of criminal activity because he didn't follow protocol. He didn't give me an attorney. He didn't do a proper investigation showing that the police. He could have reviewed body cam footage that showed that police were officers.
That was the worker's name?
James Hastings, yes,
Okay.
out of Hillsborough, Texas. He disappeared because he incriminated himself.
Out of where?
Hillsborough, Texas. He disappeared because he didn't follow protocol.
We would still see that, right?
So it's criminal.
No, we don't.
Right, but it's criminal. So when you're committing crimes, you can disappear out the situation.
Okay.
He did not give me an attorney. His name is James Hastings out of Hillsborough, Texas. He did not give me an attorney, did not follow protocol, would not review the body cam footage, made false statements. When he incriminated himself, he disappeared out the experience. Period.
Mm-hmm.
No longer existed. But they were so corrupt, they didn't have their life straight. So now they have concocted that I lost my child custody rights away, and then with no CPS investigation, which is not even legal. So they have taken my child custody rights away, but could not incriminate this man that incriminated himself. He had to disappear out the picture. Mm-hmm. So now it looks like they took my child custody rights away with no CPS investigation to cover up for this man committing crimes.
Okay.
So in February 2018, I reported child abuse from the stepmom that she's living with. I reported it in September 24, 2011. Then she sent me a text. She had nervous breakdowns and had been emotional. We were really close. We went to SeaWorld. We carved pumpkins. We were involved in the community. I was involved in her school. So now she has no access to me out of criminal activity. I can't talk to her over the phone. Like I said, she had meltdowns.
This is the foster mom?
No, this is the stepmom. The dad had a heart attack.
Okay.
Yes, the dad had a heart attack, and now he doesn't have the same mental capacity. So the stepmom's controlling everything.
Who's the child?
Her name is Michaela. It should be on the case. Remember, you looked up the case?
Wait a minute, because let me make sure this is you. Hold on. Date of birth 4/25?
Yes.
Okay. So this is you. And it said the child's name is Michaela.
February of 2018, that was criminal, and multiple parties have ignored it, how he disappeared. And then when he disappeared, the court has taken my child custody rights away with no CPS investigation.
So you made a complaint for James? James?
This is your CPS.
Uh-huh.
You are supposed to be CPS workers and investigators, and it's your responsibility, if you're not committing crimes, to advocate for my child and to do what you need to protect her.
Has your daughter ever been involved with CPS?
You're a CPS, so what do you see?
I don't see your child's name. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Are you the child's name?
okay.
Is this the 2011 case you're talking about?
Out of your CPS, I come out crimes are being committed. I don't know if they're evaporating, so you tell me what you see, your CPS.
Okay.
They keep calling the police to enforce criminal activity, which is crime. I'm reporting all this chaos. What are you guys, your child protective services? And multiple parties with child protective services have covered for crimes, which is criminal.
Do you have another child?
We're deflecting, ma'am. Your CPS, you don't see any of the cases with the child that we just went over?
Well, so in order for me to pull up a case, so I went by your name. In order for me to pull up a case and to see what child that you're referring to, I have to type in the information. And so I have a case that pulled up, but it's from 2019. I know you said 2018.
Okay, so who's the parent on there? You did what child?
You're the parent on there, but there's another child who's an adult right now. That's all that's on there.
Oh, so they have concocted, what's his name, Tristan?
Yes.
Okay, so now they have added, they didn't see a CPS case for that. Now to cover up for more crimes, now it's a CPS case on Tristan.
That was from 2019.
Was I being reported, or did they report him? I mean, did they report me, or was it a report that I was getting violated and reporting his abuse?
Let me see. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019. 2019.
Because they just go in the system, concoct whatever crime they want to for cover up. So let's see what crimes they have concocted now.
This was a case from March 2019. Okay, this is on you. For neglectful supervision.
Who reported it?
I can't tell you who made the report.
Because I wasn't around him. So how could it be?
2019?
Right, they were sabotaging my rights as a parent. I didn't have access to them. So how could it be neglectful supervision and they didn't give me access to them? I've discussed multiple parties are pathological liars that are involved in the government and go in and create crimes. So I reported to Deputy Dew out of Marion County that I didn't have access to my child out of corruption ever since 2017 out of criminal activity.
Is that Texas?
Yes.
Okay.
Ever since 2017, I could not get access to my son out of corruption. And I reported that multiple times. Deputy Dew out of Marion County made false statements and he was a conspirator in me having a false arrest. So that was a blatant lie. That party committed a crime, and that's what I'm trying to expose, conspiracies. So whoever did that's a state jail felony to make false statements to CPS and your investigators. So you guys have a responsibility in investigating that.
Okay,
It's proven. You can do the investigation. I contacted Ron. What was his name? Ray Barker or Ron Barker out of Cass County too.
Mm-hmm.
He's fully aware that I didn't have access to my child.
Okay.
So if you contact these people and find out, do some lead work, you can see that multiple parties are slandering me, making false statements.
Okay.
So for that child, we're talking about Michaela now.
Okay.
So you can see
Michaela's name in the case. Can I have Michaela's name?
Yes, it's MICH. Okay, so what happened with Tristan? So they did a complaint. Why didn't they call me and do an update and even let me know I was being investigated?
It looks like it said that it says that they tried to talk to him.
How? I never got a call. I was doing all these complaints to CPS. It's like people are trying to cover their tracks. I've been in and out of CPS. They didn't tell me anything about Tristan. They just concocted it because they wouldn't. But I mean, it's only so much you can do out of criminal activity, going back in and altering documents, which is a felony, I thought.
On March 7, 2019, it says that they spoke with you.
CPS, that's a blatant lie. No, they didn't. So there was multiple parties committing crimes. So if they spoke to me, then what?
It says that on March 8, 2019, they spoke with you as well.
Okay, so what happened? If then I would have communicated with them that I haven't had access. So how could it be neglectful supervision if multiple parties knew I had no access to my child? That's a state jail felony to make these false statements. Multiple CPS workers and multiple parties. So what are you guys going to do as investigators?
Okay, it does say that you said that you have not been around your son.
Right.
It says that.
Okay.
So basically we're on what we call walk-in duty. And so what that is, it means that any people who come in for
it's a crime to not report suspected child abuse. So especially as a CPS worker. But okay, you're walk-in duty, so can you find Michaela? Because I made 30-something reports CPS has hid out of corruption to cover for crimes.
So what we do is we direct
Can you find Michaela?
We direct you on what you need to do, and
it's a crime to not report suspected child abuse. All these mass people that I'm forced to speak with.
Okay. So when you have a concern for abuse of a child, then you report that. And so you would need to make a report of abuse.
So what is the purpose of me speaking with you?
Where is Michaela?
She's in child abuse right now, and you not taking the report as a crime?
Well, you have to call and make a report.
I've done that, and I tried to escalate, and you're committing a crime right now by covering up for suspected child abuse. Wasting my time for profit. You're committing both of you guys are committing crimes right now. This is criminal. It is. Not reporting suspected child abuse is a crime. She is at the stepmom's house, and I've reported it multiple times, and people keep on intervening in it.
So you've reported it to who multiple times?
CPS, and you're claiming that you can't find it out of corruption.
You have called CPS.
I'm at CPS right now, ma'am, and you're investigators, and covering up for suspected child abuse is a crime, and in some cases a felony, and that's what you guys are doing.
What's her birthday?
It is 10. Someone has just went off in there and concocted that they can't find them. Rashida supposedly did an investigation and committed crimes with her investigation. I tried to escalate and speak with the supervisor. I need to speak with the supervisor today because you guys are committing crimes. Not reporting suspected child abuse is criminal.
Okay.
And you have a history, you have a track record with another child, evidence of corruption, and you're covering for it, and that's criminal.
Okay. So what I would request you to do, hold on one second.
No, I'm not asking for you to, because you guys are, you're and you have integrity issues by covering up for suspected child abuse and putting on masks. You have
Put
integrity.
on that.
It's COVID.
Well, there's a lot of there's a lot of workers that I witnessed that don't have on masks.
That's
But
personal
multiple
preference.
parties put on masks when they speak to me like they're trying to.
No, that's personal.
Okay, sure. So where are the reports from Michaela? Like 30 something.
So what I'm gonna request you to do is to contact, hold on, I'll give your name of person contact.
No, I need to escalate this because I need to report you guys for criminal activity and integrity issues. I've been playing games with you guys committing crimes long enough. You're telling me you can't find one report on Michaela, and you guys have now concocted a crime with Tristan.
Ma'am, that's not, she haven't said that.
Okay, well that's why I'm here, and I haven't had any
I
information.
wanna give you a number to a
Ma'am,
that you need to
I
contact.
need to know what's going on with Michaela Cage. That's why I
This is
came
the
here.
person who can
No,
tell you,
you're CPS.
but I don't have that case.
You saw the case with Tristan. You're committing a crime right now,
I
ma'am.
looked in the system.
Making
Once
false
you gave
statements
me-
in line is criminal.
Once you gave me the name, I can give you a phone number of the caseworker you need to contact.
No, ma'am.
regarding
No,
that case.
ma'am. What is the responsibility as walk-in case managers and investigators?
To direct people of who they need to contact.
It's brand new. I'm reporting a crime now. I don't need to talk to
Okay,
someone
so
that's
there is a
corrupt.
caseworker on that case.
Who was her name?
Her name, that's what I'm trying to give you. Her name is Lillian Ferguson.
Are you recording or are you writing? Do you need to take something to write this down?
Lillian what?
Are you recording?
Where's she at? I want to talk to people in person. I don't want to be
Okay.
forced to talk to
So then
counselors
you
on my
can't
phone.
call her, you have to call her.
No,
don't know
I
where
want to
she-
talk to people in person.
I don't know where she is.
What I'm trying to expose.
Okay, I'm trying to give you her
Ma'am,
name and
let me
number.
tell you, if you interrupting evidence and your CPS, what I'm trying to expose is the government is hacking my phone, forcing me to speak with counterfeits.
Okay.
I want to expose the
Let me give
conspiracy.
you-
Hold on, ma'am. No, I'm doing the reporting. You keep interrupting it,
You're
committing
doing a
crimes.
report to who?
Okay. What I'm trying to expose, the government is hacking my phone, having me speak to counterfeits. So what they do is they have these businesses try to enforce that I speak to people over the phone out of corruption.
Okay.
So they lie, they make false statements, and try to make me believe that the only way on this planet, period, on the planet Earth, period, is to talk to someone on my phone to enforce these crimes that are happening.
Okay.
I came here, I want to get the situation resolved. I've been trying to get it resolved for years over the phone, being forced and guarded and forced to speak with counterfeits. I'm not getting anything accomplished. I came in today. So if you were willing to give me the information on Tristan, and now you're depriving me of
What
information from Michaela.
information? I'm not giving any.
You told me that they
information.
reported me for Tristan.
I said that I was
you're
able to
committing crime
find
right
it,
now.
but I did not see Michaela's name. Now I have found Michaela's name. I'm gonna give you the name and number of the
So,
person you need to
ma'am,
contact.
I'm reporting to you
No,
that
you
30
can't
something.
report to me.
It's already.
Well, why would they
You
call you?
have, there's an investigator
partner.
assigned. You have to contact this investigator.
I don't, ma'am. You're telling me that I have came in here and you're an investigator and you're covering up for suspected child abuse and corruption behind my daughter, and you won't do anything regarding it. You're not
No.
holding up to your responsibility to
I'm
report
going
it.
to give you the name and number.
You have a
of-
responsibility to report
Okay,
suspected
I
abuse.
can even give you the name and number, or I'm gonna just have to go ahead and step out. So would you like
So
the name
I'm
and
tired
number?
of people enforcing criminal activity. You have no
Would
right
you
to
like
try to.
Okay.
What's the person's name?
Okay, you want the name and number?
Yes, and I need you need to get your charges. I'm going to the police to report you and to
Okay.
see what crimes they come up with.
That's-
What's the
okay,
person's
open the
name?
door. Thank you. Her name is Lillian, Lillian. Last name Ferguson. 214-714-6716, sir.
I want to speak with your supervisor.
Okay.
I'm calling the police on you guys and see what crimes they come up with.
Go ahead.
She covered for child abuse. I need to speak with the supervisor. She won't take the report for child abuse. I'm calling the police. They've been doing this years. Don't know. I saw you come in here. No, I'm calling the police on you guys. You've been getting away with this years. Why did you just come here? Why did you just
stay in here?
Well, I saw the other security officer
Yeah,
here.
I was on lunch.
She can't video it.
Because you're committing a crime.
It's illegal.
I'm calling the police on you guys.
You need
You've
to
gotten away with this
video
chaos
outside,
long
video
enough.
here.
You've gotten away with this crap long enough. I need to
Fine,
speak with
you
her
need to go. You need to
supervisor.
go now. Hey, Austin. I need you in here, brother. We need to go, dog.
Yeah, you enforce criminal activity long enough. I'm calling the police and see what crimes they come up with. They committed a crime. Henry not reporting suspected child abuse is criminal. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. Well, call them. Call them. Call them. Call the police. They've been getting away with this crap long enough. Call them. Call the police. You can't keep giving me a criminal trespass and forced criminal activity.
Yes, ma'am. They told you to leave.
I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. See what crimes they have to come up with. They just committed a crime. You're bypassing that. And they've been doing it years.
I was just told to have you leave the building.
She's the caseworker watching me smiling. She just stopped when she saw me looking at her. They think it's funny. They think it's a joke.
They didn't want her to leave. She's refusing to leave.
They're committing a crime. They've been getting away with it years. They're committing a crime. Hindering not reporting suspected child abuse. I just told you they were committing crime. I need to speak with their supervisor, and you're forcing it. You're committing a crime too. If there is suspected child abuse with certain responsibility.
By still being here, you was told to leave.
No, sir.
You're committing trespass. Yes, ma'am. You're trespassing. You're now trespassing. You need to leave.
Now you can't keep trespassing me to cover for criminal activity.
I'm not.
You guys need the consequences you deserve. You're committing a crime. That's why I'm videoing you.
I'm not committing a crime.
You can't. You guys can't keep enforcing child abuse.
I'm not enforcing child abuse at all.
You are.
How is that?
Because I just told you I wanted to report them to the supervisors. So now they're trying to hurry up and call. An emergency hung up on my phone. They're trying to hurry up and call before me. Because I said I want to speak with the supervisors. That's how the schemes go. 911 just hung up.
That's fine. You can video all you want out there, but you have to leave the building now. Or you will go to jail for trespassing, ma'am.
Now they're calling back because I recorded it. Hello? Hello?
Do you need police, fire, ambulance, ma'am?
I need the police. CPS has been committing crimes for years. Hindering a child custody agreement is a felony, and they've been doing it for years. Sabotaging my rights as a parent, openly committing crimes, getting away with it for profit. I'm at 8700.
Police matter, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
You have a problem with CPS?
I am reporting a crime.
What kind of crime, ma'am?
I'm reporting child abuse, and CPS won't take the report, and they've been covering up for years. That's a Class A misdemeanor. And I just got hung up on trying to call. Now they're trying to hurry up and call the police on me because I said I was calling the police. This is a pattern. This is what Attorney General did. When I said I was calling the police, they tried to hurry up and call for the criminal activity.
CPS refuses to make a report, ma'am.
I'm reporting child abuse, and CPS won't take the report. I'm reporting it to you. You're committing a crime. I'm reporting child abuse. You have a responsibility to take a child abuse report. What's your name?
My name is Tam. What is going on, ma'am?
I'm trying to report child abuse, and CPS won't take the report.
Okay, we don't have anything to do with CPS.
I'm reporting child abuse. I need an officer out to take the report of child abuse. I don't know why 911 operators cover for crimes, ma'am. I need to report to a police child abuse. CPS won't take the report.
Ma'am, what is going on?
My daughter was hit multiple times, and she's in an abusive environment, and multiple parties are enforcing the abuse out of corruption
Okay,
and
hit by
scheming.
who?
Her stepmom.
Okay, when did this happen?
It's been happening years. She did it September 24, 2011. She did it February 2018, April of 2022 this year, and then multiple parties. She's involved in emotional abuse, my rights as a parent, hinder child custody rights, CPS covering for crimes, as well as multiple parties.
Ma'am? Can you please stop talking fast, ma'am? I'm not a robot. How old is your child?
She's 12. She witnessed my false arrest, screaming in terror at age 8. And they have been covering up for committing crimes ever since.
Is your daughter with you now?
No, I'm trying to report the child abuse, so she's been
Your
hit.
daughter would need to be with you in order for officers to talk to
That's
her.
a blatant lie, ma'am. I don't know why you lie. I can report child abuse. That's a blatant lie. I don't know why you would lie to cover for crimes, ma'am. You're committing a crime right now, and you're a 911 operator.
Are you diagnosed with anything?
I would like to report child abuse to a police officer. You're blatantly lying.
Ma'am, what is your address?
I'm at 8700 Simmons Freeway at CPS. And multiple parties here have been committing crimes and have been getting away with this chaos for years. Let's see what crimes the police have in store. They're committing crimes, ma'am.
CPS has already called, ma'am. So you
Right, that's why they hung up in my face. They wanted to make it seem that this is criminal. When I said that I was going to call the police in a scheme, they hurried up and called the police and concocted a criminal trust. Ma'am, you're tampering with evidence, ma'am. You're tampering with evidence. I told them I was calling the police. My phone hung up. It gave them enough time for the police to come here and commit a crime. I told them I was calling the police on them for their criminal activity. 911 hung up on me when I tried to report it, gave them enough time to call, and then try to get the scheme of a criminal trespass so I can't report the abuse nowhere on the planet.
Okay, ma'am.
If you guys
They've
continue to
already
get away with
called.
this chaos and no consequences happen, that endangers others' life because you're out of control with your corruption.
Ma'am, they've called. Wait for the police.
I called and you hung up. I'm trying to report crimes
This is my
happening at
first time talking to you,
CPS.
ma'am.
I'm trying to report crimes happening at CPS, ma'am.
Ma'am, wait till the police get there and talk to them when they get there.
Yeah, see what crimes they have in store. This is, I mean, people need their consequences at 6. So, sir, I just said that I wanted to call the police and wanted to speak with the supervisor. Why would you prevent me from speaking with the supervisor? Those representatives just committed a crime. Not reporting suspected child abuse is a Class A misdemeanor, and they're CPS. You're a conspirator in that. This was a person that was working. Then you came to replace him. I take note of that because my bully drops off criminals to enforce criminal activity so the other party don't incriminate themselves.
Make sure you take note. He replaced me for lunch.
I don't know. All I know is there's bullies that can't come and enforce criminal activity so the other party don't have to incriminate themselves. I witnessed you come here, replace him. My abuser don't have any right to drop off criminal staff that enforce crimes. Well, that's what we're trying to get to. I want the world to know. You can record criminal activity. You can record criminal activity. Ignore it. No, it's criminal. Yeah, ignore it.
Premises multiple times.
Because I'm reporting the crime.
You have proof of your crime?
Yes, I do have proof of my crime.
Just make sure you show it to the police.
They're involved in it. They interrupted me last time trying to do the report. It's not funny, it's sick. When you can't even protect children. She's over there laughing and joking. He has them do it. She stopped immediately. Go ahead. This is sick. To even have the workers laugh and joke. I've already stated this. They would torture me so bad. And now she's trying to hide.
Hello.
Ma'am, can I give you my YouTube channel? I'm trying to find people with integrity at CPS. I haven't been able to find it for years. They are covering for child abuse. That's a Class A misdemeanor. See, CPS workers. Yeah. Okay. Is Kiana Clark Peace on YouTube? Can I give it to you?
Okay, you want me to go on YouTube?
Yeah. Look at my name, Kiana Clark Peace. It's a Class A misdemeanor for some workers to not report suspected child abuse, and they won't. They're taking bribes to keep my child in jeopardy. They are recovering for child abuse, multiple parties.
Okay, what is it?
It's Keyana, Clark, Clark, Peace, Peace.
Okay.
You're welcome. Please get it in the right hands. My daughter as well as myself have been going through this years.
Oh, yeah.
So then they gaslight me and then blame me for their criminal activity. They have forgotten that I was reporting workers not reporting child abuse. And now they're saying that they can't find any reports on Michaela Cage. If they can't find reports, why are my child custody rights terminated? Why do I not have access to my child if they can't find anything? Get your lie together. They've had years to get it together and still can't. Another security op. They don't want the police to come because the police are running out of excuses for covering up for these crimes, but they're behind it. So this is how they taunt covering up for crimes, that she won't leave. Because I'm reporting child abuse. My daughter has been in jeopardy for a long time. This is CPS. This is where I'm at. Department of Family and Protective Services for profit. They enforce child abuse. So what they do is they concoct criminal trespasses. They're the government. You just give her a criminal trespass to enforce the child abuse. We're the government. They've been doing it years. Just give her a criminal trespass. We've been getting away with it years. We even give her the criminal trespasses at restaurants. Who's gonna stop us? We're the government. Who has? So when we get caught in the criminal activity, what did I already say? Give her a criminal trespass. Mistreat and violate her over our abuse. Leave her daughter in jeopardy. We're getting paid an awful lot of money for these crimes. Leave her child in jeopardy. And what you do, if she tries to be treated like a normal human being, you call us out. We'll enforce all these crimes. We've been doing it for years. But we need you to do something so my abuser can feel like a man. We need you to violate her, mistreat her, gaslight her, and violate her for me to be able to sleep for him to be able to sleep at night.
Ma'am, are you okay?
I don't know, ma'am. I don't know you. There was a lot I can give you my YouTube channel. My abuser has a lot of gang stalkers, man. They try to cover for crimes. I have a YouTube channel. CPS is covering up for child abuse. I can give you my YouTube channel. Did you want it, ma'am? Okay. It's Kiana. Let me give you the channel. You got a phone?
I gotta get it. Hold on.
You have to see it to believe it. Because there's a lot of parties that are enlisted to talk to me, and, you know, they try to cover for experiences. Now I record it.
So, you want?
No, I do mine. If you want the YouTube channel, I can give it to you. Did you not hear that the CPS workers would not take a report of child abuse?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're an innocent bystander. Did you hear that the CPS would not take reports of child abuse? This lady's reporting something. She's calling on something. So I've established that my bully sets up multiple gang stalkers. I gave her my YouTube channel, and they set me up. Just like at the Social Security Administration, this lady was interrupting, covering for crimes. He sends people out in these environments to help control. Ma'am, may I ask who that was on the phone? May I ask who that was on the phone? I told you about the crimes that were being committed. You witnessed that?
I was just on the phone with my kids' worker.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like I didn't know if you were trying to report something. I have strange things going on.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see if you and I could talk so they wouldn't call the police and all that.
You didn't hear me say I was calling the police? Are you condoning CPS to commit crimes and cover for enforced child abuse and not take reports of child abuse?
What do you want?
I don't know why strangers consistently keep covering up for crimes.
What do you need?
In these teams in the past, they would haul me off, handcuff me, violate me, bully me, and haul me off. They were not playing games. These are felonies that are racking up. All these people are conspirators. This is criminal.
They said there's no finding in the hands.
Child Protective Services has a responsibility of reporting suspected child abuse, and they refuse to do so. And they are ignoring that. And all they can concoct is give her a criminal trespass to enforce the criminal activity that has made them conspirators. So I just want you people to take in stock the viewers at the level of conspiracy. I said I was calling the police that they're committing crimes. I called the police. The 911 operator kept hanging up. Okay? That gave them enough time to call the police and concoct a criminal trespass to enforce the crimes. Okay? No one has taken in consideration that these workers and multiple other parties have committed crimes. They don't care. I just want you to see the level of parties involved in this cover-up. Does this level of corruption endanger others? Is this a threat to national security when a man that is not wrapped too tight controls this massive amount of people? He put mind control things in my video, in the feed. Now, I thought it was stupid. Didn't even tolerate the mind control. Does it look like it's actually happening? Does it look like he has control? Should I have been reading that? I thought it was stupid. Who cares about mind control? But are they being controlled? Bottom line, are a multitude of people being controlled? Something's going on. They are being controlled, so it's working. While I laughed and thought it was funny, no, it's really happening. Look at what they're doing. I've been going through this years, giving my information out. Integrity, nowhere to be found around me, period. Nowhere. That should be scary for you and your family. This is Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. And you're bullying me to enforce child abuse. Why do you not feel fearful of your life with this going on? And your family's future? Well, me and my daughter, as well as myself and my family, have been going through this year's integrity, nowhere to be found. That's why multiple parties keep getting away with this chaos, and Lord knows what else they have been got away with out of this corruption. Because no one has backbone to do anything and let this go on consistently over and over again. These are the people that interrupted me last time, coincidentally. There's a lot of gang stalkers and different things that go on, people that are stalking. It could just be a coincidence. But in my environments, people are set up to interrupt and, cover for crimes. You got to see it to believe it. That's the man that was interrupting me last time that they were talking about the meth in the last video. I would pay attention to these faces because they would reoccur over and over. And a lot of parties are used for cover-up. This is the government. They know how to get away with their crimes. They've been doing it years.
Okay. Okay.
So I pay attention to these faces. I've been getting gang stalked years.
What's going on? Everything's...
I'm waiting on the police. I called DPD. I called them and
What's going on, man? I'm project manager. I just want to know what's going on.
CPS has been covering up for crimes for years of my daughter, and they refused to do it. It's a Class A misdemeanor not to report suspected child abuse.
Yes.
And they're not doing it. And police intervened last time when I was here.
Yes.
And I'm trying to expose the cover up for enforcing my daughter's abuse.
Okay.
So I'm waiting on the police.
That's fine. You're doing all that. They call the police. They come in and all that. But you can't disturb what's going on in the building right here.
I'm not disturbing what's going on in the building.
So if you're gonna,
I'm waiting on the police.
If you're going to disturb, then I'm gonna have these guys to escort you right here. You can stand out there. And
I'm not disturbing anything. Why would you think I'm disturbing something?
Because I'm talking about the voice. I'm talking about whatever. If you're disturbed,
I don't need to be gaslighted, sir.
Then you're gonna have to be.
You're disregarding. You need to escort them out for committing crimes, not since reporting suspected child abuse is a Class A misdemeanor.
But that's what's going to happen, and if it continues, and
I don't need to be gaslit. You're slandering me, sir. What's your name? Because that's a crime. If I could get an attorney, I'm suing you.
So
what's your name?
What's your name? That
you're committing a crime, slandering me, covering for child abuse.
I'm letting you know that.
What's your name,
if you start
sir?
disturbing what's in here, you can
What's
do
your
whatever
name,
you
sir?
got. You can do whatever you got to do now.
Why won't you give me your name?
But you're going to have that here.
Because I don't need to be bullied and violated. What's your name, sir?
You're not being bullied and violated. I'm just letting you know.
I don't know your name. You're